I do enjoy beer, but pairing it with food I do find a little bit difficult. And I'm at Salty's today with Megan, who's the beverage manager, and she's going to give us some tips on the pairing.
Yes, hi, thanks. A couple of things to think about when you're pairing beer with food. You really want to think about flavor first.
Okay.
Two schools of thought. The first is to have some common flavor profiles, some commonalities. So you might want to pair something like a rich chocolate mousse with a really rich stout beer that has the same echoing notes of chocolate in it.
Okay.
The other school of thought is to have contrasting flavors, where you might have oysters, for example, and you might want to pair it with something that would cut through it. So a really dry, bitter stout would work really well with that.
Kind of some of the same principles as wine.
Exactly. And if you think about it, winemakers only have one ingredient to work with, grapes. But beer makers have a plethora of things to use,
Sure.
Such as hops, which give it some bitterness, some barley, which gives it sweetness, as well as nuts, spices, fruits, vegetables, you name it, they're doing it. And right now I'm really excited because pumpkin beer is back.
Oh, nice.
Tis
Nice.
the season.
This is why I'm so challenged, because there's so many ingredients to pair with. So what's another area that we look at besides?
The body of the beer is really important. Say you have a light salad or seafood, you'd want to pair it with a similar bodied beer. So a light beer, a Pilsner,
Okay.
or perhaps a lager. Medium bodied beers such as IPAs or pale ales, they work really well with like fried foods, fish and chips, for example.
Okay.
And then also rich, full-bodied beers such as stouts and and porters. They pair really nicely with rich stews and braised meats, steaks. So those a couple of things to really think about.
So you've got some great examples here of some really nice hors d'oeuvres and some beers. So how do they go together?
Well, the porter or a stout beer would work really well with the oysters, that contrasting flavor profile, the sweetness of the oysters. I think that a stout would really cut through that sweetness.
Okay.
A wheat beer, such as a Hefeweizen, would pair really nicely with our crab cake, kind of a lighter bodied beer with a lighter fared food. And then our sweet Thai chili sauce that has some heat to it that complements our coconut flake prawns would pair really nicely with another sweet IPA or pale ale.
Okay. And what if I just happen to like a beer?
Well, I say drink what you like. If you are just an IPA diehard fanatic, drink IPA.
IPA. So I know this is something that you can help people with when they come here, but you have an event coming up also.
We do. We're really excited. This is our first annual Brews and Views event. It's on Thursday, October 27th from 6 to 9, and $29 gets you in the door with a beer cup, and you get to try over 10 local breweries, their favorite beers. And also we're going to have some really great appetizers to try. A couple beer cheese fondue, salmon bites with an IPA glaze with a little apricot. And then what I'm really looking forward to are beer marshmallows.
Well, that sounds like my kind of event, and if you're a beer lover, I think it'll be your event too. But if you can't make it, remember, the beer and the view is always here. Thanks for all the tips. And which one with the shrimp?
I think the IPA.